Michelle. For our project, we chose the Flying Squirrel Bistro, which is a small restaurant in Port Colborne. The Flying Squirrel opened in 2014 in Ridgeway, and then in 2017 for a larger space, they moved to Port Colborne. They're full service, family owned and operated, and they have seasonal farm to table menus, so it's very healthy choices and it changes all the time, so it's always unique. They have a really cool, unique, eclectic hipster vibe in their decor and their music that reflects the owners' personalities. They offer breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They also have local wines and brews, and they do homemade coffees and biscottis for like a cafe vibe as well, and homemade desserts. So our main objective for this presentation and our report on whole for the Flying Squirrel is to develop and update their current communication strategies and develop new ones, increase brand awareness, and address and align their brand identity because it's kind of all over the place at the moment. So the target market we chose for the Flying Squirrel Bistro is women between the age of 25 and 55. We chose this target market because these women have a disposable income as they are entering the job market at 25 and they aren't yet retired at 55. These women are most likely creative and adventurous individuals, and they also probably enjoy unique experiences, food, and like places where they can feel at home to go out with their families and also their friends. Customers who want to support local businesses are also the type of people we want to target, as they're positioned in a very small town and they also started in a very small town. Also individuals who enjoy healthy, clean eating. As discussed before, they have farm to table, fresh food that they put for their menu.
So some of the tactics that we came up with for the Flying Squirrel to implement include rat cards, improve their social media presence, which is the #1. So basically just make sure their Instagram and Facebook are up to date, their posts are professional and quality photos. Also Hootsuite, just to make it easier for the owners if they decided to do it themselves to manage their platforms. You can manage all platforms on this as well as look at their analytics to help ensure if they're reaching their customer markets. Next is just update the restaurant signage. In front of the restaurant currently, there's one board sign in front of it, so it's easy to drive by, it's not noticeable. So if we have a bright sign that represents the restaurant, it will help create more drivers to go into the restaurant. Next is local magazines. So in Port Colborne, there's a couple. There's The Sound, which is a free magazine that they could potentially go into. Another one, if they wanted to pay, would be Today's Magazine, which would reach a broader demographic, geographic coverage.
So for our goals, our main goal was to increase sales. So we would target their sales revenue over a 6-month period. Next would be our social media reach. So we wanted to target Facebook and Instagram specifically. We want to have specific goals, so it's going to be over a 3-month period. For Instagram, it's going to be how many followers they do get over that 3-month period, not including anyone who unfollows them. And for Facebook, we're going to have specific posts that we're going to have people share to win something. And that's going to be, we're going to follow that and see how many shares we do get. And our goal is going to get 50 shares on one post over that 3-month period. And last, kind of overall cover everything is our website. So we want to know how many hits we're getting to the website just to judge how well our campaign is doing. So we're going to see how many hits our website gets. We're going to use special landing pages, and so we know where that where it's coming from, if it's coming from Facebook or coupons or whatever. So our SWOT. So for strengths, they actually have really good prices. Their portions are great, and they have a really nice outdoor patio. Weaknesses, some of it is that they need their website updated. Their Facebook and Instagram, their social media just doesn't match who they are or what the restaurant is about. Also opportunities, they can advertise in local papers and magazines. They really need to improve their signage. That would definitely get those opportunities, like we were saying, people driving by, because right now it's really easy to miss. Some threats would be some of the local restaurants in Port Colborne are really popular, like the Smoking Buddha. Also, they don't really advertise well that they have organic food or farm-to-table food. So if you don't know that, some of their prices may be perceived as expensive.
Here we have our media budget, which was previously based on our tactics, which I mentioned. So this graph here is the cost per year. So basically our flyers, our rat cards, which will be distributed in the town of Fort Erie, our social media upkeep, which we also decide to, if the owners are really busy and they just don't have time to worry about social media, they could hire somebody part-time. And we also recommended for them to maybe look into co-op students here at Niagara College. It gives the student experience as well as it's cheaper cost for them. Also, Hootsuite account, so like I had mentioned again, that's just another platform that they can easily manage everything, look at their analytics, and that is also if they decided not to go with the social media employee, or later on if they wanted to learn it, it can help them manage their social media and see what their employee is actually posting. Next we have the outside restaurant sign, which is one of our higher costs. Both signs actually, the signs driving towards the restaurant as well. Signs in general are just a positive thing that should be implemented in Port Colborne, driving towards Port Colborne, anywhere near the restaurant, just so people while they're driving can see it. They know, okay, I'm gonna go to the Flying Squirrel, we've heard of that, we know where it is located. The signage too outside, big bright sign, you need it to represent the company and make sure people, when they drive by, once again, they know, okay, it's right there and there's no confusion. Lastly, we have today's magazine, which is quarterly page ads. Typically for magazines, they are expensive, and that is probably around close to $3,000 on average, depending on the size that you get. But if you decide to go with the Sound magazine, which is local, it's cheaper cost. It probably doesn't range geographically as well as today's magazine, but we provided both options just for the owners to look at. So in total, for all of the costs, we averaged about $11,000 per year.
Okay, so for our media calendar, this is one little part of it, but basically we have a theme every week, kind of goes along with this. We picked, so in order to increase those shares, so our specific post will be done on Wednesday. We'll be doing a fun little picture that'll have a flying squirrel in the picture somewhere in the restaurant that you have to find, and that'll correlate with a fun little prize, but you'll have to share the picture as well. Then just to have some engaging photos and some engaging posts, we also decided to do things like Throwback Thursday on Instagram, and also just to promote things like the patio. We'll do like TGIF Fridays and come out and see our patio. Some other ones later on in the calendar correlate with holidays like Mother's Day, and do promote like making reservations and to visit our website as well.
So that's our presentation about the Flying Squirrel Bistro and a general overview of our integrated marketing plan. In the formal paper that you will be getting, it will go into more detail about all of this and more, and you'll be able to see the full marketing calendar that we've prepared.
Thank you.